Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today we're diving into a fascinating discussion about the Rock compiler's ambitious rewrite from Rust to Zig. It's a big move, and there's a lot to unpack.
Absolutely. I'm particularly intrigued by the decision to rewrite rather than incrementally improve. It seems like a huge undertaking, especially for a compiler. What were the primary drivers behind this decision?
Yeah, it's a massive project. But the core reason boils down to the sheer number of independent rewrites already planned. They were tackling issues with the parser, formatter, canonicalization, documentation generation, and even the LLVM code generation. Essentially, almost every component except type inference was slated for a major overhaul. It just made more sense to do a complete rewrite in a new language rather than piecemeal updates in Rust.
I see. So it wasn't just about fixing bugs. It was about architectural improvements across the board. And the choice of Zig, that's a significant shift. What made Zig the preferred choice over sticking with Rust, or even choosing another language?
Exactly. The primary factor was compile times. Rust's compile times, especially for a project the size of Rock's compiler, are notoriously slow. Zig, on the other hand, boasts significantly faster compilation. This is a huge productivity booster. Beyond that, Zig's features, like its approach to memory management and structured arrays programming, better align with Rock's needs. Plus, Zig's direct LLVM bitcode generation simplifies LLVM upgrades, a major advantage.
That's a compelling argument. The faster compile times alone seem like a game changer. But what about the potential risks? Rewriting a compiler from scratch is inherently risky. How are they mitigating those risks?
That's a valid concern. They're addressing this by prioritizing reliability and correctness. They plan to incorporate fuzzing early in the development process, document as they go, and avoid risky practices like unwrap. They're also willing to sacrifice short-term performance for a more robust and maintainable codebase. It's a strategic trade-off.
Interesting. So it's not just about speed, it's about building a more maintainable and reliable foundation for future development. It's a long-term investment. What are their goals for this rewrite?
Their ultimate goal is to release this rewritten compiler as Rock 0.1.0, the first numbered release. This also coincides with some substantial language design changes planned for that version. They're aiming for a cleaner, more efficient, and more reliable compiler overall. It's a bold move, but it could pay off handsomely.
It certainly sounds ambitious. It will be fascinating to see how this project unfolds and the impact it has on the Rocanic language and its community. Thanks for breaking this down for us.
My pleasure. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.